What's up, guys? I really like vintage art, especially vintage sci-fi art and vintage fantasy art. And I was like, let's just look at some together, shall we? Let's just look at some. So this one, I don't know if this is vintage or not, but I think it was vintage styled, and it's Star Wars. This is sort of like this is a stormtrooper, but he doesn't have a lightsaber, and I'm not sure who these guys would be. Lightsaber Lando and an orc. I don't know. But I really like this. This is really cool. I assume this is Bespin. Okay, so on to our next one. I'm not sure what's going on here. I just love looking at these art. I feel like it tells such a story. But what is the story here? So we have a woman, maybe, and this guy's head is in a bowl. And there's like helicopters, but they're also like semi-organic. And there's definitely like the evil castle far away, right? So the story here, as I can make out, she she longs to be evil and has started decapitating people. I don't the police choppers, they're after her. I don't know. That's what I'm taking from this. So this one's pretty cool. How they did the face coming off just looks so cool. I don't know what else to say about it other than like, so clear that these are not his hands, right? The way these are facing, this is someone else's hands taking it off. So I'm assuming like someone else built him. And I was thinking they were taking off his face, but now I'm thinking maybe they're putting it on actually. And then they're going to let him go out as a human, despite being a robot. I don't know. This is just a really cool picture. Okay, so for this one, this one gives me kind of Star Wars vibes too. I really like this laser cannon. It says like G.I. Joe or something, you know. It looks like these robots are either defending this city or destroying this city. I'm gonna say they're destroying this city. I can't tell what's burning here. I can't, on both sides. Are these people? I can't tell. But nevertheless, very cool. Alright, so here is this little spaceship thing. It looks like we got an older man, a man, and a woman. And the biggest question I have on this ship is how does it land? I think it must have to go sideways, right? And then there's the hatch to get out, but then like, okay, so this must be left foot, this must be right foot, it leans this way, and they get out the bottom. That must be how it lands. Very, very unique, very weird. I love it. And they're just out exploring space. Oh, this might be Earth over here. So, yeah. Okay, so they're exploring space close to Earth. It's very cool. One of the things I really like about these vintage arts is that, yeah, it is the future, but like, I believe the term is retrofuturistic, right? Where there's like retro shit, but it's futuristic. I mean, that explains it right there. But she's got like that like 1950s hair or whatever, and yeah, it's just cool. It's cool. Now this one, let's see, 1956. They sold this for 35 cents. Outstanding science fiction. And they gave us this sad, sad boy. He's the healer, and he's got the human hurt, possibly dying. Hold on. But there's a wagon back here. So perhaps this alien is in like Oregon Trail type times, and he's like, oh, this guy got worse than dysentery. I gotta help him. He's very sad. And then that must be his UFO. So his UFO crashes, and he's just trying to blend in with Oregon Trail guys. Maybe. This one I included mainly because it has TikTok here, which is winner of the 1984 British Science Fiction Award. I just like its face. He's like, in this face too. What? Oh. Okay, so here we got these dudes. We have Takeoff and this other guy. And they just have like a really pretty alien type world. Yeah, it's part of their culture, it seems, to wear masks. Vast cities beyond there. Very, very cool. Now, I love the movie I, Robot, but just looking at this, I feel like the movie I, Robot probably was not super close to its source material, because this looks so different. This is like it almost looks like a knight, sort of. I've been seeing this name come up a lot when I've been looking at vintage artwork like this, and obviously he's the author, but sounds like I need to start reading some of his stories, or start reading just like in general. Okay, so here we got like this cyberpunk kind of world. There's like a giant police thing in the background. And the police are they firing? They're shooting this. But these dudes look so fucking cool. Her outfit and her mohawk, her choker, her whole fit in these shoes, oh my god. Just fantastic. This guy also looks pretty cool. I really love his bracelet. But her in general, just fucking badass. Are these people? I can't tell. No, they're not. But yeah, this is a badass poster. It gives me Cyberpunk and Blade Runner and all kinds of, a little bit of Terminator. It's just really cool. Really cool. So I definitely have seen these aliens a lot. I definitely think they're from something. And I know there's a title. There is a title. I want to say Mars is in that title, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But this is that a spider? There's a big ass spider. We got tanks. They're fighting these. We got feet. This is badass. I want to say it's like Invasion from Mars, but it's not called that. It's something similar to those words. But yeah, I don't know what I think of this alien design. It's like, they do have the big heads, which they like to give aliens, but this one's like more brain showing, but also a skull face. I don't dislike it. I think I like it better than like the little green men type stuff. But yeah. Okay, so this is hard to. What do I even say about this? What is the story here? This is like giant Humpty Dumpty man, but there's a fish with this tree growing out of it. But I don't know if we're in the future because we got a lighthouse and like a little tugboat. I think, yeah, I don't know what this story's about. Okay, so this is just pretty. You got this fucking floating city. It's all like circular. Circular seems to be like a really good way to do this futuristic stuff. So it's really pretty. You got your rainbow. Honestly, this is gay utopia. All the straights, they stayed down here. The gays, they moved away up here. Couldn't stand it anymore. Okay, so here we got... This might be from something. I'm not familiar with Buck Rogers, but maybe this is Buck Rogers. Oh man, I could be so wrong. Anyway, so he's like... These are interesting guns. They have really big magazines. And... What does he do? And this costume is reminiscent of like the Slave Leia costume from Star Wars. I don't know which came first. Doesn't matter. But one of the things I notice a lot about these arts is there's often like guy who is hero man and then like woman who is like I don't know, super attached to him. I don't know how else to say that. Even the Star Wars art cover did that. I think I have that picture saved in here. This one's interesting, right? You got your man in one bottle, you got your woman in the other bottle, and this old man. What I'm assuming the story's about is like this has got to be God, right? And he's like, here's Adam, here's Eve, or whatever. Here's Virgil, here's Finlay. Virgil Finlay. He's a good artist. I like his art, assuming this is the artist. Now, this one could be newer, because these look like the fucking flying spaghetti monster men, right? Also, this planet being so big here, I don't like that. I feel like it should be further away. So what are they doing? Are they making couples? That's what's happening? Or maybe they're getting rid of them. Maybe it's the opposite. They're deleting couples. They're getting rid of straight people. For the gay utopia of this planet. Oh, of course. Okay, this one I just have because, I don't know, something about the robot with this man and the blocks. What is happening? It's funny to me. I feel like he's like... The robot's trying to force him to like spell words with the blocks, and the man's being too stupid and too like I don't know. I don't know. But then you have this. Why is that there? Is that like overall watching him? Just seeing if man can spell? 'Cause they can't. Alright, so here, this one is important because this one flips the script where you got like the man who like the man who's the powerful one and the woman who's like kind of holds on. No, this time the woman, she's the powerful one, and she has a very sad burn. What the fuck could this story be? together. This woman and her very depressed friend travel the galaxy. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, here we have another Star Wars one. And again, I think... So, there was this book that was made of, like, vintage Star Wars art, but it wasn't vintage, you know? It was just made in that art style of just, like, what Star Wars could look like as that. So, I think that's what this is from. Darth Vader looking pretty good. They both have white sabers, and I don't have a clue who this could be. But I like this. Wait, does he have a gun too? Maybe. And then here's our last one. Here's that old Star Wars poster I was talking about. Right? How you got Leia doing her, like, oh, is just there for, like, eye candy or whatever. But one of the things I really find interesting here, other than, geez, that's a big shoe, is, Luke is so fucking buff here. Just ridiculously ripped compared to what you see in the film. Yeah. And so I feel like this was like the norm for like these styles. I particularly like that trope, but I do really enjoy the art style that this is. Yeah, so that was fun. If you like this, I might make another one on some fantasy art.